In our paper we compare the traditional audit report, which consisted of one page in which only the opinion of the auditor about the true and fair view of the financial statement was important, and we compare it with the new expanded audit report in which the auditor now also has to include more information about what we call the risk of material misstatements, or in other words, the key audit matters. So in this expanded audit report, the auditor provides much more information about the risks he encountered during the audit. And in our paper, we basically show that this new extra information in the expanded audit report has value to banks when they provide loans to firms in the private debt market. So when they have a one-on-one situation with the borrowing firm. And basically what we are able to show is that when we compare the old situation, so the single page audit report with the new expanded audit report, is that firms can basically benefit from this because they experience more favorable lending conditions. So for instance, the interest rate is lower, and also the maturity or the period during which they can repay their loan is longer. And so basically our conclusion is that the new audit report has value for instance, banks, but also for other types of investors. Probably the main practical implication of our study is on the one hand that banks and other investors react on this type of information. So for instance, what we also show is that the more risks included in the expanded audit report, the worse the lending conditions become. But at the same time, it has practical implications for firms themselves, because what you could expect is that firms cannot increase the amount of debt unlimitedly, because at some stage auditors might perceive this as too risky, and this will be communicated to the outside world, including banks and also including other investors, and this will ultimately lead to worse lending conditions for firms unless they are able to alleviate or to take away the concerns regarding their risk profile.